long-standing debate about whether entrepreneurship can be taught and what aspect of entrepreneurship can be taught in schools. As described in Kaufman, two aspects of leadership development are important for future business owners. So first, yes, one is we need people who can design and make successful products. This requires well-educated and talented individuals with strong skills and specific occupation. Entrepreneurs rely on innovative and skilled individuals who will refine, produce, market, and distribute the products and services. So, example directly, Kaufman is, if you are going to be a future entrepreneurs, you should not only have expertise or experts sa mga great design lang, sa mga market, new technologies and services, but also you need to be confident enough to put their skills para ma-apply nyo sa inyong trabaho to work or to commercialize yung new ideas and products and services. So, ang first is economic, social, environmental, and legal issues. So, economic, social, environmental, and legal issues on this course, CSR or corporate social responsibility agenda in the tourism and hospitality sector. Its value and target and accommodation enterprise resonates with a wider group of stakeholders. So, there is environmental sustainability, social equity, and ethical business practices are increasingly important consideration for tourism hospitality companies. The success of tourism or hospitality business is no longer measured by its profit, but also by its positive impact on community. So, we're known na ang CSR is positive impact. So, ako muna tayo example yan yung tourism and hospitality sector. Then, ang economic issues that have far-reaching effects on this sector will be on labor markets, strategic supply chains, funding investment, and refunding of private community development. So, kung mo yung year na maka-hot example sa labor market sa economic issues. So, matag ko ang ako ang understanding din kamupod. Sige, ang labor markets is kanang ang example na yung para reaching effects sa economic issue is mga tax sa government, mga Next na lang is social issues para madali ka. On the other hand, would be largely on cultural commercialization, loss of community identity, labor exploitation, and so there is in this economic survey, this economic issues, it is necessary for creating a truly sustainable and responsible tourism support. So, sa social issues guys, ang example na kay di ba ang cultural commercialization. So, example lang is sa like sa mga tradition, So BS, current trends in sustainable tourism and hospitality business. So sustainable tourism and hospitality are the emerging phenomena. The trust of people, planet, and profit have become apparent with the new ideas and business models emerging from this new set of priorities. So, kamo itong example ni, amo itong i-discuss ni guys, ganin ha, namati ko sa report itong 3 piece. So, muna siya ang authorities that are driving business to adopt innovative ideas and business models that design the people, planet, and profit. So, ang example namin is katong mga eco-friendly hotels and resort. So, di ba, for example, may naay ang mga hotel is mag-create sila or mag-create sila ng ideas o mawatan sila o kuwan sa mga tao nga ang mga bato sabi pwede nila ma-recycle, ma-reuse nila or pwede makagamit sila o ang kanang mga bags na ginagawa. So muna hindi mo ko sa garden. So according to the statistics, the pace of travel as well as vitality related property development will continue to rise with the increase in population and new earnings activities that are allow people to spend on a travel tourism. Some of the more urgent concerns related to this development as follows. First is reduction of waste on consumable items. So, example sini is ang example nila is ang mga residual, ang water bottles or mga shopping bags. So, ang example sa reduction of waste of consumable items is pwede mo magamit ang mga item na like waste na siya. For example, ang bottle na ginapalit na to, ang tubig, pwede na naman mo siya. Pwede na siya recycle para mahin mo o nailayan ang mga gamit para magamit lang siya. For example, kada mga pansyang, di ba, pwede may yung bags. So, dili na siya masulod sa reduction of waste of consumable items. So, DS, reduction in the use of water resources. So, ang example dito is katong mga di ba, kung nasa sa hotel, di ba, isa ka sa balay, kung reduction in the use of water resources, for example, naka sa balay, isa gatot brush lang ka, di ba, okay, is ang water is ato nang ginapatubod siya. So, para maka-reduction or makakuha ka o makakabang sa mga sa tubig nga para hindi siya kayo madaling maubos para pwede na ito siya nga oil ka brush dapat na ito ang tubig or oil di ba ang ibang toothpaste bisa ka itong tulo-tulo maka-ano na ito siya maka-provide siya dito bilang na gallons so maka-give siya o reduction sa water. So next is reduction and ultimate elimination of plastic. So ang example na is ito mga eco bags. Di ba, for example, is diba sa Mayawan, di ba, gamit na karon is yung mga eco bags na, mga paper bags, may natagamit ng mga plastic. So, amo na siya example din para manigo sa mga, sige,
example ko dyan sa paper, pala din nakatawag instead of using, di ba, straw, plastic straw, is katawag,
carton, ano na siya, malata lang.
paper straw na.
Oo, kada sa kanan, same yung sa sudanan. So, sila pa may idea sa reduction ultimate elimination of plastics.
Sa Dutnang Piato, ay sa Big Bro, nilahang
Sudlanan.
Sudlanan. Alam pag ilang uban ninyo nga mga na pwede mag-reduce sa plastics. So, wala na. Sige, next is a reduction in the use of paper. So, di ba, reduction in the use of non-renewable energy. So, di ba, instead of magamit o kuryente, solar yung mga ginagamit or dapat mga bato na dili sa mga kusog o ang energy.
example na lang, kapantay ka na sa nalan.
So, next is reduction in the use of paper. So, for example, is katong inuputo na kayo last na meeting na sa is katong gamit na siya ng mga paper na sinulat na siya, pwede mo i-reuse yourself, like pwede magamit nga para bako na po siya. Ako ng example sa reduction in the use of paper, like for example, katong reduction of ang katawag siya, ito man yung lingis last time nga, ginapalit ang papel niya, bisag may sulat na din, ginausok din.
Nakatry niya na dito sa nag-experiment na siya ang paper. Ang mga paper na kanagaling nangaslat na or di na magamit. Kinabutangan na mo og zoy. Tapos ginaimo na mo ginakubot-kubot na mo. Ginagin na mo og rag-ulin siya.
Ang huli. Ano kailangan mo isa sa una?
Oo. Sa kapatay yung ginag ang paper pwede pa siya man-wash.
Like, ginagamitan siya machine para i-wash siya puso.
For example, may nakita ko sa TikTok ang paper na waste na ganit, ilang ginapatunaw sa tubig din. Ilang gipatunaw sa tubig din, nanto niya, ang kanang patong init man. Mapino na ganit siya. Then after anam, bernas na isalaan, mga kalamay mo sa bag. Mga papel.
Then, pero may gusto na, use papers ka to. Kung mag-print ka ba, hindi ka mapasalat-salat to. Mag-dubol-dubol ba? So, next is reduction in non-eco-friendly and new construction activities. So diri sila man maka-give idea. Ano lang mo example. So, example diri is kanang okay. So, diri is
So, risk identification and management of tourism and hospitality enterprises. So, when we say risk identification, sa inyo magbansa o kanang sa management and tourism and hospitality enterprises. Kasi possible nga kuan. Sa akin? Sa kuan, o sa inyo masunod sa inyo kuan or o sa inyo makuan nga what are the kuan na pang possible risk o maiskutan niya siya ang management and tourism and hospitality enterprises.
So, mga SAC risk, mga masunod siya sa tourism and hospitality enterprises. Just like, for example, is katalang po, crisis na pandemic. So, di ba, it's a big risk sa mga businesses na para ng mga tourist attractions is para ato is bawal gawas ang mga tao. So, close po na lang ang business.
So, risk management in the tourism and hospitality industry is crucial for maintaining service quality and client satisfaction amidst of rapidly changing environment. The sector faces various risks including safety concerns, technology advancement, natural disasters, and reputational threats. So, it's all part of risk identification and management in tourism and hospitality enterprises. And it is all about keeping in pace with the rapid and dynamic change including technological change, potential risks in the travel and hospitality industry, include issues in safety, innovation, and situation prompted by natural disaster and reputational risks. So, as the companies allow the risk managers to work their way, it can make smart risk decisions to improve the chance of success. General risk can be classified into three types. So, we have there the business risk, non-business risk, and financial risk. So, when we say business risk, it is risk that refer to an uncertainty that affect the operational aspect of the company, including the competition, market demands, and service delivery. So this risk can lead to financial losses if not managed properly. So when we say management risk, it is sa mga competition o dili nimo ma-maintain ang inyong company o dili nyo ma-maintain o monitor sa inyong sunod sa inyong company. So muna siya sa business risk. So for example, a new restaurant faces business risk when entering as a saturated market. If the restaurant fails to differentiate itself from competitors or misjudge customers' preferences, it may struggle to attract patrons. So, muna siya sa business risk or in idea Another idea.
Hi, ma. Murang ba sa example sa business, kanang downfall sa inyong business or talugi o
Yes.
increase sa kanang profit?
So, sa non-business risk encompasses external factors that can impact operational but are not directly related to the business or activities. This includes the political instability, natural disasters, and social issues. So, for example, a travel agency may face non-business risk if a political crisis arises in a popular tourist destination. This could lead to travel advisories and a sudden drop in booking, so the agency can manage the risk by diversifying its offering to include alternative destination and providing flexible cancellation policies to reassure customers. So like sa mga tourists kung nga tourist is kanang kuan kay kana siya kanang familiar yun na siya. So there's a possible risk what if ang weather dili makakuan. So there's a lot of like cancellation of kanang sa bookings. So it is an example of non-business risk. Nasabot lang?
Another example for this non-business risk is di ba ang business risk ay refers to risks that are outside the control of business organization, like sa kanang mga disaster like sa example sa company is affected by natural disaster such as hurricane or earthquake. So wala na sa company na kuan bali sa outside siya ba. So that damage its facilities and disrupts operation. This is a non-business risk as the company has little control over occurrence of such events.
Last is financial risk. So it involves uncertainty related to financial performance, including changes in currency, exchange rate, interest rate, and credit risk. This risk can affect profitability of cash flows. So for example, sa mga international hotel, so di ba kanang sa alo is magkausap-usapang good ang kanang buwan sa kwarta sa ilang mga exchange rate sa kwarta. So for example, ang kanang sa mga international hotel po lima po na sila.
So, ma-include din sa financial risk, seasonality, economic downturns, intense competition, currency fluctuations, regularly changes, natural disasters, and losses. So, kanina mga risk, maka-impact siya sa revenue, cash flow, o profitability.
Common safety hazard in travel industry. So, muna siya mga common. So, dili ko siya malaya like slips, trips, and falls, injury from incorrect manual handling, hazardous chemicals, fires, and food poisoning. So, when we say slips, trips, and falls, so dili ko siya maligayan sa hospitality kasi sa mo taga-trabaho na sa hotel establishment. So there is a lot of challenges available. So slips, trips, and falls are among the most common accidents in the hospitality sector, often resulting from wet floors, uneven surface, or cluttered ways. This hazard can occur in various settings, including hotels, restaurant, event venues, especially during peak times when operations are busy. So, muna siyang example sa slips, trips, and falls sa hospitality industry. Well, the injury from incorrect handling incorrect manual handling, it is a improper manual handling for heavy objects that lead to musculoskeletal injuries among staff of hospital. Like sa ating example sa report sa grupo man to sa Tagalog na og dili gani mo mga proper o kanang hold ang or sa imo ang kanang gamit is because in the hospital integration, since there is proper storage handling or use of these substances can lead to accident or health issues. So, kini siya o kining hazardous chemicals, hindi siya matarong o kanang tago, hindi siya matarong o kanang palimutan. So, it can lead to risk sa mga guests or sa mga employees sa hospital. So, it can lead also for poisoning. The fourth is fire. So, fire hazards can arise in the various settings within the hospitality industry, including kitchen, gas, rooms, and event spaces. Common causes include faulty electrical system, leaky equipment, and flammable materials. So, di po niya siya malikayan sa hospitality industry or business sa asa siya. So, ang common ani is like sa mga kitchen, na siya ang common. Last is food poisoning. So, food poisoning, foodborne illnesses can occur due to improper food handling, storage or preparation practices. This poses significant health risk to guests and can lead to reputational damage for the establishment.
So, naputuloy ko additional sa food poisoning. So, yung mga causes sa food poisoning. So, kanang poor food handling. So, kanang dili pagtarong ang upod sa food. So, maka-cause po na siya food poisoning. So, undecayed sanitation. Kanang wala ka pang sanitize. And containment ingredients using contaminated or spoiled ingredients. So, unang mga causes sa food poisoning.
So we have there a diagram. So this is common residence tourism and hospitality industry. So ang una is sharing economy, safety and international travel, emerging guest focus ecology, new or global regulations, consumer perceptions of risk, shortage of experience and power, changing consumer demand. So sharing economy, so meaning the rise of sharing economy is exemplified by platforms like the Airbnb, present risk related to competition, regulatory compliance, and guest safety. So, traditional hotels may face challenge in building market share against this alternative accommodation. So, for example, ang hotel, so bilang common competition is like Airbnb. Airbnb, one na sila like accommodate sila ang mga guests na naanatanan, kompleto na tanan, o mas barato po siya kaysa sa hotel. So, second is safety international travel. Traveling internationally can expose guests to various safety risks, including political unrest, health crisis, and cultural differences. This factor can deter potential travelers or lead to emergencies. For example, a travel agency may need to inform clients about travel advisories regarding civil unrest in an destination. By providing up-to-date information and emergency plans, the agency can help travelers make informed decisions feel safer. Next is emerging guest focus technology. So when we say emerging guest focus technology, the integration of technology in hospitality such as mobile check-ins, contactless payment, and smart room control can enhance guest experience but also present risks related to data security and technological failures. So for example, a hotel implement as a mobile app for a guest service but faces a data breach that compromises customer information. To mitigate this risk, the hotel should invest robust cybersecurity measures and regulatory updated technology and infrastructure. Next is a new or global regulations. New or global regulations ranges in regulations such as health and safety standards, labor laws, and environmental regulations can impact operational hospitality sector. For example, perception of risk. As a consumer become more risk aware, perception of safety and security can influence their travel decision. Factors such as health concerns, safety incidents, and economic conditions can impact customers' confidence. It is shortage of experience of manpower. The hospitality industry often faces challenges in recruiting and retaining skilled labor, which can impact services, quality, and operational system. For example, a restaurant will struggle to find qualified chef, so leading to inconsistent food quality and service delay. To mitigate this risk, the restaurant can invest in training programs for existing staff and creating an attractive work environment to retain talent. Last is changing consumer demand. So consumer preferences in the hospitality industry are constantly evolving, driven by trends such as sustainability, personalized experiences, and digital engagement. Business must adapt to this changing demands to remain competitive. So, for example, in recent years, there has been a significant rise in the consumer demand for sustainable and eco-friendly practices in the hospitality sector. For instance, many travelers now seek accommodation that implement green initiatives such as energy efficient, lighting, water conservation measures, and locally sourced of food. So the basic methods for risk management are the following: avoidance, prevention, sharing, transferring, and loss prevention and reduction, which can be applied to all facets of an individual life and can pay off in the long run. So the 5 steps in the risk management process includes better identification of the risk analysis of the risk, evaluation of the risk, treatment of the risk, step 5 monitoring the review of the progress of risk analysis. So step 1, so identification of the risk. So identification of the risk, this step involves recognizing and finding potential risks that could affect organization. So effective risk identification requires input from various stakeholders and a thorough understanding of the operational environment. So to identify the risk. So example, a hotel conducts a risk assessment workshop with the staff from different departments to identify potential risks such as fire hazard, gas safety issues, and financial risk related to fluctuating demand. Second is analysis of the risk. So in this step, the identified risks are analyzed to determine their potential impact and likelihood of occurrence. The analysis helps prioritize risk based on their severity. Third is evaluation of the risk. So this step involves comparing to analyze risk against the organization's risk appetite and tolerance levels. It helps in deciding which risk needs to be treated and which can be accepted. Fourth is prevention of the risk. So in this step, strategies are developed and implemented to manage the identified risk. This may involve avoidance, retention, sharing, transferring, or loss of methods. Doon po sa treatment of risk. Include ang risk mitigation. So it is implementing strategies to reduce or eliminate the risk. So step 5 is monitoring and review of the progress of risk analysis action. So meaning the final step involves continuously monitoring the effectiveness of risk management strategies and reviewing the risk environment. So this ensures that the risk management process remains relevant, long, effective, and over time. So, for example, the hotel establishment, a quarterly review process to assess the effectiveness, increase fire safety measures, gather feedback from staff, and make necessary adjustment, improve safety protocols.
So next is the following are some of the rates that are rated and identifiable under the tourism and hospitality sector. The first is the fierce competition. As a dynamic industry, business with the tourism and hospitality will have their natural rise and fall, but will always be outlined with heavy competition. So, the tourism and hospitality industry is very competitive because businesses in this field often go through ups and downs. Because of this, they face both short-term and long-term challenges. So, these challenges push companies to come up with a new idea and offer unique services or products. So, to stay successful, they have to keep changing and improving. So this ongoing competition brings a better experience for the customer and help the industry grow over time. So fierce competition. Innovation exists because of fierce competition. Because if you have similar offerings to your customers and you have the same market, then you must innovate something that is unique to you. So that is why innovation is very important. Always improve your product and so that you could sustain your business. So next is inappropriate marketing actions. So oftentimes technology is not optimized well enough to often actual marketing. So sometimes businesses will use technology the proper in their marketing. They might be afraid that using too much technology will take away the personal feel of their service. Because of this, their marketing can end up being ineffective or even inappropriate. So to fix this, businesses need to keep exploring offline tools, improve all marketing methods, and find a smart way to combine them with a new strategy.
Example ko sa inappropriate. Dapat sa inappropriate mo, parang hindi ba pero sa situation na product mo mark na in-how market is parang ganing sa imbis ang inyong customer mo palit na lang mo market mo. Sila palit na mo ba kay kuha nga na dito ba nang dili ganing mo na dili kuha ninyo ang pag-market sa ilahan dili siya na dili mo na dili mo kabalo nga mo abi-abi sa inyong customer ba imbis mapalitan mo dili na naman. Excuse me.
The next is inefficient energy utilization. Hotels that already now appear to invest in renewable and environment-friendly energy supplies and gain in the long run. So some hotels will use energy efficiently, but those that started using renewable and eco-friendly energy early will benefit over time. So many modern tourism can care about the environment and are happy to give up some luxury features in exchange for a more natural and eco-friendly experience. So next is prohibitive service rates. So quality service should not be synonymous with expensive service. So
Cleanliness.
Cleanliness and cleanliness response. So, cleanliness and maintaining facilities are important to accommodation related businesses or proper space utilization and efficiency of the room equipment and appliances are important. Having the right people to do the right job are important because in every service, because if there aren't enough skilled workers, it can cause problems for a business. So that's why it's a good idea to train the people from the local community to help to make sure that there will always be a well-trained workers available to keep business running.
So additional comprehensive service rate. So quality service should not be synonymous with expensive services. So not only, for example, like sa restaurant, isa ka table is dagan nilang gipangalin, like dagan nilang gi-order, then sa pikas table is gamay lang, like 2 orders lang. Pero you should treat them as equal because wala na, basta yun na siya, dili ka pwede nga na ginapalagi ng customer because dagan nilang gi-order unless sa pikas nga gamay lang. So dapat equal yung mga pag-treat sa ila. Yes. Hindi na sa ibang department.
Next is innovation, mobility, and accessibility. All accommodations that are situated in the so-called off-the-beaten track is increasingly becoming a choice among travelers. This does not mean having to hurdle colossal difficulties on mobility and accessibility. So, good service doesn't always have to be expensive. Because when businesses offer high quality service at fair prices, customers are more likely to come back, which help the business earn money steadily. Being creative with how services are delivered can also make the customer experience great without costing a lot. So, next is uncertainty, insecurity, emission. People will go on vacation or who travel for business would appreciate having the risk of security removed from their time enjoyment or from the stress of their work. Keeping places clean and well-maintained is very important for hotels and similar businesses. Rooms and equipment should be business offer a high quality service and fair prices, customers are more likely to come back, which help the business earn money steadily. So being creative with how service are delivered can also make a profit or the customer experience grow or great without costing a lot.
Tinuan, na dapat pa-security, an examples dapat sa hotel na dapat yung security like yung security like wala may palya na wala yung makalis-lang sa
Okay na? That's all. Thank you.